Hola! Welcome to my channel. I almost say welcome to my Dumba, but we are going inside the Dumba to look at things using our ancestors' eyes. Now, I'm using my own ancestors' eyes because remember, when ancestors are seeing you worried about things that you're observing, so they're gonna feed you information that when some people are sleeping, you are taken to the stadium, to the world stage, to look at things as they are. Now we're going to talk about the football game, soccer, between two countries, politically speaking, South Africa and America. What is actually happening? Why are my ancestors feeding me this information? What is actually happening here? What are they worrying about? Or what do they think I'm worried about? Now, we know what happens inside the stadium. We know how football is supposed to be played. We know what is fair, we know what is unfair. Now, when it comes to teams playing in this stadium, we've got American team, we've got South African team. The rules are agreed upon that a team will win or one will lose. But this time the rules are clear. There's no point with drawing in this football game. There's literally no point. If there is a draw, you keep on playing until one wins. Now that is where we are finding the problem with this scenario. Because when it comes to winning, some teams, like in this dream state, the American team doesn't want to lose. Really, they don't want to lose. They don't want to lose. They really don't want to lose. They won't lose. Remember that winning means a lot happens. I mean, it shows the powers. If you win, it shows your power. You're powerful. You're very good. You've got good team players. You're really good. You can't take away from that fact. A winning team is a winning team. It shows pride. Now, in this stadium, as we're watching, as we are observing, using our ancestors' eyes, we are seeing that South African team is about to win this game. Is about to win this game. They've been playing fairly, doing everything the right way. Even the American opponent team have been playing, doing everything fairly, playing the way that football is supposed to be playing. It's just that South African team was winning. Now, we are heading towards the end of this game. I mean, South Africa is about to win. They're about to score. Then something really happened, something that actually even me, when I woke up from that dream, I was like, whoa, I just can't believe what I was seeing. This is unbelievable. If this is our current state, this is unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, I just hope that was just the dream. It is not reality, because what I was observing there is just unbelievable. I couldn't process it. It affected me. It affected me in the dream state. It affected me when I woke up. It affected me when I think this is reality. This is what is actually happening in real life. It's not only about dream. It is what is happening in reality. What I saw in that dream is a reality. Now, remember that I said the South African team was about to score, to win and become the winner of that game. Then a shift happened. This is the most important thing in this. The shift happened, which is what we want to talk about. We don't want to talk about anything else, but this shift is the one that is actually distracting even my ancestors. The shift. Remember that I was saying South African team is about to score the winning game, the winning goal. The goal that will show that South Africa has just won this game fairly, using the rules agreed upon by all the teams playing. Something goes in a different way to change the game. throughout the system in the stadium. Now, imagine the people who are supposed to be observing this, watching their team winning. Remember that I said the American team was about to lose, the South African team was about to win the game. Now, imagine the music blasting towards when someone is about to get that ball to score, which we all know they were about to score. That one, when he get hold of that ball, they will score. There is no other way that you can say anything else. They will. It is obvious. The music blasted throughout the system in the stadium. Then people started dancing. Guess what the song was? It was an American song. People started dancing. The moves were South African. American joined as well. Ooh, the referee as well started tapping his foot. Now the players started dancing. Even the striker who was about to score the game started dancing to the music. Everyone is dancing. It's contagious, isn't it? Huh? They're all dancing to the American tune, American song. Now, like I said, a shift happened. Now, this shift was intentionally and timely. It was made to redirect, to distract, to shift the focus away from the game. Remember what I said. The music started blasting American song. Now, spectators who were meant to be witnessing, to make sure that everything is according to how it's supposed to be, so that they can embrace the winning team, their team, and the other spectators from the losing team, obviously they will cry about their team losing, but they are supposed to witness their team losing. That music shifted everything. The song was so orchestrated. It was so coordinated, the dance move. Everyone was transmitting that energy from the spectators to the referee, to the players. So the game was forgotten. Now we are dancing to the tune. Everyone is dancing to the tune. Now, what is creating that? No one cares about that anymore. No one cares about the game. No one cares about the game, how the game, what is happening. Is the team winning, the team losing? What is happening now? We continue? No. No one is concentrating. No one is concentrating about it. They are now concentrating on the moves. Who danced the best? Who's gonna be going viral? Hashtags. It's coordinated now. Is now we are talking about how we felt, how the song made us feel, how everyone around was dancing to it, even the players were in it. We were all dancing in sync to the American tune. It was so beautiful. That is the hashtag now. That's what we are using now. Now, let's forget about the dance for a minute. The beautiful beat of it. Remember that dance is like a virus. That dance is like a virus. It's so contagious that it goes on, keep on changing strains as it moves. People mimicking the dance. Ooh, did you see at that stadium? Did you see? Everyone was dancing like this. No one is talking about did the game end? Did anyone win or lose? No. It's about did you see? It's viral now. Ooh, the energy. We are feeling it. We are now becoming transporters. It's viral I'm talking about. Now, one thing that through the ancestors' eyes, that the ancestors were showing, was that before that song was played, before that music went on, remember I said that the American team was about to lose. Before the song started playing, the American owners, obviously they were sitting in the box, luxurious boxes there in the stadium, where you can't just sit where everyone knows you are sitting. It has to be special. Sometimes you don't even have to come to see your team winning or losing. But in this instance, we've seen it. Oh, rather, my ancestors have seen it. Now, they make me see through that metaphorical dream, the politics of the game, that the owners of the American team, when they saw that they were about to lose, they used something that is so bad. They manipulated the crowd by putting on that music, but they didn't do it themselves. They went to the music booth. They nodded. And the music started playing. And the people started dancing. And the game was forgotten. We now concentrating on the dance, the song, and the feeling, the emotion of that day. Because that song was so beautiful. It really made us feel things. I mean, that was so nicely done, timely, that they knew, those owners, that song will hit us. We'll feel it. You feel it. Like I'm saying, that the moves will be South African, but the song, the message is American. We'll be singing along with it. Yeah? Remember that when I'm saying the song, the music is American, meaning that everything in that song is American, encoded in the American values, American everything in there. So even now we feel, because we are doing our moves, the African moves. It's American moves, South African moves, isn't it? So we feel that we are doing our moves. So the identity is changing, because remember that the moves might be South African. The memory, what is being reprogrammed in the mind, is American. American. The moves they'll go automatically, because remember that if you keep on practicing, for the fact that that song was familiar to everyone, it means that has been being put, has been anthem going on and on and on, reprogramming going on and on. But now when it's brought back, you start believing that you are what you are, because you're dancing in the South African moves. You think, yes, this is my identity, South African. Yeah, I'm defending the South African moves. But the song, the message within, is American. And now you're going to be influencing even the players with American message. That is you influencing the players with American music. Now the players as well, they start dancing. They are even doubting themselves. The South African players, they doubted themselves. Are we actually... were we about to win this game or what? They start doubting themselves, because now they are dancing to the American tune. Now, the spectators, the crowd, became the 12th player for the American advantage, to help the American team that was about to lose win, because we were taken away from the main focus. The attention was taken away from the game. Something was being put into us. Then we started out there, spreading out there, thinking that we are bringing everything, because the moves are South African, isn't it? We think that it is what we want, but the identity is changing. The values, our values are changing. Only what is left of us is the moves. What we say out loud. We've been programmed. We've been manipulated. We've been controlled. What I'm saying is that since the American team couldn't win on fairly the game, the crowd was being used as the 12th player to energize the American team, confuse everyone. Now the game is no longer being thought of. Now everyone's thinking now is about how they felt during that game. How they felt. No longer whether the South African was about to win, the game didn't even finish. What is happening? It is now about what? The American has won. Because obviously they've used that energy that we've been using, the one that we've been fed. We have been fed so that we can change the narrative of the game. The game now changes from that of the truth to the game of the narrative that has been fed through to the people, the crowd, the spectators. They became the weapon, the extra mouth for the American owners' interest. Now, let's talk about the American owners and their interest. And how come when these owners are there, what is happening with the South African owners? Because if the game is being rigged, they are supposed to say that something is not fair. The game is rigged. But now here, that is when it becomes something else. It becomes something else. Because we've got two different owners. The American owners and the South African owners. The American owners have rigged the game to suit them, using the narrative, the music playing and people getting confused, being manipulated, and then using that the feeling of that moment to change the political game. Even the referees, even if they wanted to stop the game, they couldn't. They couldn't. They were put under pressure. Imagine having to whistle when people are applauding. Imagine that. You'll be like you're against the majority. The players as well, they have to be in compliance as well. You can't resist on your own and saying to other players, the South African player, I'm talking now South African players, one of the players saying, come on now, let's continue, we're about to win. The others are complying now with the dancers. Now they're dancing, they become part of the performance, the spectacle. You're going to be on your own, right? So you might as well join the party, join the vibe of the moment. Even if you don't like it. Even if you don't dance, for the fact that you're there, other players are dancing, you're part of it. The game has ended. You lost through other players joining in with the crowd. Right? Politically speaking, but we are using our ancestors' eyes. Now, I was talking about the owners of the American team and the owners of South African team. How come the South African team owners, they are not complaining about this? How can you complain about something that either way suits you? This is where it becomes complicated. Because now we've got owners with a shared economic interest, owners with the shared values and language, owners who share the media, owners, the South African owners now, remember now, I told you that the American were playing their song. Now, in that song, the South African owners as well, they're benefiting through the royalties of that song being played. Now, how bad is it? Because what the hell then? Because if our people are the ones being used, they are being used. I mean, this game is, we are not, the fairness, we are just out of it. The fairness, forget about it. The crowd are being used. The crowd are being used. Right? They are being manipulated. The best way, by playing the song that goes to the subconscious. Because if the song has been playing for years and years, we've been watching it, we've been memorizing it. Now, if it plays, the memory comes back, you're reminded, oh, the feeling. The truth, the logic, get out of the way. When you're feeling things, you're feeling the feeling. Imagine the feeling. Oh, everyone was in it. Everyone was feeling. The feeling is very important in this stadium. Whether the game is won or not, it is the feeling that is important. So are our political sphere. That is what has been happening in our spiritual side of things. Our ancestors are seeing things like that. Now, like I was saying, I was taking you to the metaphorical dream. And I was taking you to the football game, or the soccer for those who use soccer. And I was showing you the unfairness of the American, remember it's not the American team that is doing this, it's the American owners who are influencing, who are changing, redirecting, changing the game. Now, everyone is in it. The South African owners are in it. Others are just being used. The South African owners are in it. They, like I said, they share the boardrooms. They sit with each other. They organize this thing with each other. They've got royalties for the song. Right? Like I said, they've got royalties for the American song. Then you asking me a question, who are the owners? The South African owners. Why are they silent when these things are happening? If you're going to know about them, what are you going to do about it? Because that is one of the most difficult things which is happening in South Africa. It is not even about the crowd. It's about the owners. Remember, the owners, they buy players. Right? They buy players. They look for the players who are fit for the game. Right? So if a player starts talking things that they don't need to be talking about, they're just going to be taken off the football team. Players are just there to play the game. Spectators now are being used. We are being used with the hashtags. We are being used. When I'm saying we are being used, I mean the music is directed to make a shift on our focus. And it is timely. It is taken at the time when the American team, in this instance, are about to lose. We are fed the song. Like you see, we were dancing for the American song, which now involved the farmers, the Boers, the white South African who were being given refugees in America. That was the song that was played, isn't it, by the American owners. They played the song, we danced to it, and it went viral. Now, like I said, the song has nothing to do with it. The song is just to redirect us. Now, what is happening in that game? Are we gonna go back to the game? Are we gonna go back to playing the game? Because now America has won through this. Because this is gonna happen all the time, where even if we are playing according to the rules of the game, change is gonna happen through the spectators, the crowd, with the hashtags. Because the crowd are too contagious. The crowd, you can't resist them. You can't resist the crowd. When they're dancing, yeah. Anyway, now, to end this, what I'm just trying to say here is that it is difficult. It is difficult looking at things through the ancestors' eyes. It is difficult looking at things and seeing what is actually happening. It is difficult to look at the things that now we are concentrating on the feel of that moment of the game where people are dancing, the performance, the spectacle that is being shown in that stadium. And no one is looking at the unfairness of that the game stopped just before the South African team could win. And no one is revisiting that. By the time we revisit it, things have changed. Rules have changed. New rules are being introduced. We already lost the game. Makhosi.